Commission meeting. Can I have a roll call, please?
Dominic Cerrone,
Here.
Dr. Martin,
Here.
Dr. Murillo,
Here.
Dr. Polak,
Here.
Miss Robinson,
Oh.
Here.
Miss C,
Here.
Miss Wenmouth.
Present.
Is there any public comment?
No.
Oh, let's all stand for the pledge. Yeah, there we go.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 2.1, any public comment today?
No.
No. Moving on to action item 3.1. Approval of a resolution to enter a contract with Train US Inc. for an emergency RTU replacement. Can I have a motion, please?
I make a motion to approve the resolution to enter a contract with Train US Inc. for an RTU replacement unit at Trowbridge Junior High School pursuant to the emergency exception under the Illinois School Code and the provisions of the Illinois Governmental Joint Purchasing Act.
What?
Second.
So prior to going to the vote, I want to invite Mr. Queen to speak a little bit about the implications and why we've come for this emergency meeting this morning. And I want to, before he speaks to it, I want to just thank the board member for making the time. Given the nature of this, we want to make sure that our students and our staff are able to return to school, to buildings that are prepared and ready for them. This was an unusual situation, so I'm going to invite Mr. Queen to speak to the board and to the public who are observing, just in terms of why this unusual circumstance is being acted where we are having this emergency resolution. Mr. Queen and Mr. Obafemi, both of you have been very involved in this, so Mr.
Good morning. Thank you guys again for coming. At May 1st, at Trowbridge Junior High, we lost one of our major units, the RTU 1, which it serves approximately 30 to 35 classrooms and spotted areas around. This is very problematic because that is a big load on our building. When this unit went down, my techs ventured in to see what was totally wrong with it and come to the conclusion that it was totally spent and it's lived its life expectancy. From that point, I contacted my architects and people that we do work with, and to come to the knowledge that these units are massive in size. They're probably the size of a semi-trailer and hard to find. We don't just grab these at Home Depot, Menards. We got to go to the cow to get the milk for this one, right? Because we went through it with our architects. They were not projecting this job to be started until spring break. Well, Mr. Obafemi has contacts with Train and Carrier and people he's done business before in the past, and we reached out to Train, and Train has a system they call Turnkey. It's through the compared co-op system. It's Omni, and what they do is all the pricing and figuring is bid already for you. The labor, the architectural, the blueprints, everything that goes into this system is already built out, and it's bid. It's bid 3 times. I believe, Raphael, it's 3 times that they are bid through government agencies, giving us the best price that we can gather. This project and this route gives us the best system to make that first or second week of school. Our anticipation is that this unit would be installed, completed for that first week of school or the week before that first day of school, which is our goal, right? At the end of the day, August, beginning of September are very, very hot months, and we don't want to be without a system for these young ones when we go back to school next fall.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Well, I had just, if you can, or were you still going to say anything else?
I will, but
Oh, okay. If you could just explain Omnia just a little bit more. It's a well-used cooperative.
It is. It's a well-used cooperative for government agencies to where the bidding is already done for us. All the bidding is done and prices are set in stone and they can't go up or down. They are set in stone and the bidding is already done for us.
In this
expedite,
instance,
so.
to Mr. Saron's comments, when we talk about a bidding is already done, we're essentially stating that because a governmental entity, it's using a cooperative process. As a government entity, we are identifying what is the lowest price in that purchasing power, right? So in other words, we are actually finding a way to get to the lowest price for these kinds of instances, and it's pre-done, so we're actually working with a competitive price. I want to also add that in this instance, it is to our benefit because we're in a position now where, as Mr. Queen described, we have to make sure that we do everything we can to bring to be able to repair this situation before the start of school, because the alternatives really could be, I would say, catastrophic in terms of our ability to serve our students well at the start of the school year. The start of the school year is the really most important part when you set the tone for the school. It's not a time where the rhythm of the school year is already gone and we're done. We're actually setting the energy for the school year. All of our plans, all of our work is set at that point. My concern, and I understand the reservations and the concerns of the board of an emergency, and I want to thank the board for all the questions which are really answered in the memorandum. But by doing this, we avoid a very dangerous situation where we are putting ourselves in a position where we can do the best we can to make sure we avoid that, which is our students may enter buildings that have temperatures of 95 degrees. Anytime the temperature is, let's say outside it's 75, inside is 10 degrees more, 85. So if the temperature is 90 outside in August, you're looking at 100 in the building. At that point, we'd have to essentially close school. We'd probably have to close, and it would also apply a significant amount of pressure to the rest of the RT units in the building that I would say are probably not in a position of strength to be able to withhold that, right? So while we have what you call a mobile AC units that we brought in, what we found is that our staff this past spring, for those 2 weeks remaining the school year, were able to weather it, but we also had very cool temperatures. So it's not going to be able to, we can't compare those two instances where we had temperatures of 65, 60, and even there inside we had counts of temperature reports of 85, I think it
85
was.
degrees, yeah.
Even though outside it was relatively cool. And so for those reasons and the significant costs we may have to incur if we have to get mobile units, for example, mobile classrooms outside the building and do something else because we want to make sure that our schools are safe. So I want to just underscore those things, and I want to recognize that this is also a function of, for years, the district has had to do deferred maintenance, and we haven't been able to essentially maintain a lot of these for many years prior to our arrival here. And so we do have an emergency contingency fund for these situations, but it's been a struggle across our buildings because of the financial implications to provide the necessary maintenance for all these units.
I just want to clarify one thing too. So the funds to pay for this are coming from the emergency fund, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, there are.
Well,
Actually, since the installation is going to happen after July 1st, right? It's a new fiscal year. So we budget anyway for facility maintenance. So this will come out of the facility maintenance for the fiscal 26 budget.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay. Thank you for the time.
Any other questions, concerns?
Mr. Saron,
Aye.
Ms. Robinson,
Aye.
Dr. Martin,
Aye.
Miss C,
Aye.
Dr. Murillo,
Aye.
Miss Wenmouth,
Aye.
Dr. Polak.
Aye.
Motion passes 7-0. Unless there's anything else, can I have a motion to adjourn? All in favor?
I make a motion to adjourn. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion passes 7-0. We are adjourned.